What do you think has been the biggest story of the day today? Yes, Kyle and Jackie O. Now, if you said that, you have won, and you are right, because not only has this made headlines in Sydney on the front page of the paper, it's also made headlines and the front page of the paper in Melbourne as the radio industry tries to understand the events of the past 24 hours. Now, for the full background on this story, go and watch last night's Media McKnight. It's there on the YouTube page. Basically, Jackie O told ARN that she, and I quote, cannot continue to work with Mr. Kyle Sandilands, and her contract has since been terminated, although the company says there is the possibility of an alternative show. Now, Kyle, he has been told the argument on Feb 20 is considered an act of serious misconduct, which is in breach of ARN services. He's been given 14 days to rectify the breach. I'm not really sure how he can possibly do that. How do you rectify a breach that has already happened and one that has been allowed to happen before? There's audio going around of another blow up between the two 6 months ago. And this is where it gets interesting, because let's talk about the relationship between Kyle and Jackie O. Now, whatever you think of Kyle, some say he's arrogant, sexist, all those kind of things. Okay. But he's been in a relationship with Jackie O for over 2 decades. They have an understanding. Now, by all accounts, that relationship has broken down in recent times. But I think Jackie has moved the goalposts unfairly. What was acceptable behaviour during their relationship is obviously not now, and that is fine. She is allowed to call out behaviour she doesn't like, but she has to call it out and tell him. She has to have a conversation. A lot of people have had a go at Kyle for not having that conversation about her professionalism off the air, and that's fair enough. But what about the conversation Jackie needed to have with Kyle about her expectations of what their relationship should be going forward? Instead, she's blown up, she's left, and now she's calling it an unsafe work environment? I don't think that's fair. And if you listen to all the audio of Kyle when he's talked about it since Jackie's departure, when he was allowed on air, he has shown remorse and sorrow and never wanted to upset her.
I obviously upset her, and maybe in hindsight, I shouldn't have said it on the air. But we say a lot of things on the air here. It's never meant to hurt her feelings, and obviously it did. And I regret hurting her feelings. No one wants to hurt someone, especially someone you care for.
I think he's genuine in that. I think he genuinely feels sorry for what happened between him and Jackie O. And he must just be reeling. He must absolutely be confused about how did things turn so bad. He has said on the radio he wants Jackie back, he wants the show to go on. But that's not happening. And so not only has he lost the show, because even if he comes back, it's a different show, but he's lost someone he thought was a friend. And I know I'm going to cop it for this, but I think it's a betrayal. I think 27 or whatever it is years has to account for something. And if you're not happy, speak up. Rather than turning around and say, I feel unsafe in this work environment. I mean, imagine you are in Kyle's position. Yeah, you have a blow up, but you figure we'll get over this. We always get over it. And it's gone to this extent where now you're being hauled before management for serious misconduct. Your former friend and co-host is saying she cannot work with you. I mean, at what point do you think he did not see this coming? Everything has changed. And he is being painted as the arsehole here. No, I'm not saying Jackie's an arsehole. I'm saying she has moved the goalposts. But she forgot to tell him the rules had changed. So he's out there playing soccer while she's playing AFL. He must be just frazzled at the moment. His world must be spinning. And this ridiculous thing from ARN of having to, rectify what happened on that broadcast. I mean, this is ARN's way of trying to get out of a contract, but Kyle, I assume, will fight that. One, he wants to keep doing the show, I assume. And two, this isn't really grounds. How did they allow him to keep going on air? How have they allowed this to happen before and not pulled him up and not said this is a breach or even giving him a warning? No. They want out of this $10 million a year contract, and this, they think, is their golden parachute. So I think it's going to be interesting from that point of view. But I'm really disappointed in Jackie. I think she could have handled this better, but if she wanted out of this show, she found a way out. So maybe that should be admired. But in her finding a way out, she brought someone down, someone who was a friend. And I think that's really sad.
The best place to watch McKnight Tonight is on YouTube. Help us monetize the show by going to youtube.com/@McKnight Tonight. And you can always become a paid member. That gives you exclusive live streams and early access to videos. Just go to youtube.com/@McKnight Tonight.